They're playing?
Yeah, they just started.
I told them.
This might be the bands. Actually, I just noticed that they were about to start.
Oh, are they queuing up? Are they queuing
Wait,
up?
they can't be. Yeah, no.
We
I'm
don't.
sure they're playing. We don't do that anymore. Yeah. No, they're playing. It's like Druid versus Warlock. Let me see if they can rope. Well, or like take your turn and rope, because they're playing.
Alright, well, I'm in here now, and the stream is live again, but what have they done? Have they banned? Have they banned through the screenshots and they just jumped right in?
They are just right in. We don't have bans yet. It's currently ApplSauce bringing his Cthulhu Druid and PumbaasBFF bringing like Zoo. And it's just thankfully turn 1. So
Actually, Pumbaa looks to have
oh no, Cthulhu.
a Cthulhu Warlock, probably Reno. This is a really nice
Oh,
start.
that's interesting. Okay, so it looks like ApplSauce banned Shaman and Pumbaa banned Warlock.
Okay, Pumbaa banned Warlock, ApplSauce banned Shaman. Well, I can get on the Shaman ban train. Yeah. Probably pretty threatening. As far as we know, ApplSauce may even have Freeze Mage, which Shaman is pretty brutal against. So ApplSauce banned the Shaman, okay. Bam. Yeah, so... Now, yeah, so with a Cthulhu Warlock, presumably Reno, I mean, the coin could be valuable. It probably is. You probably just pass here. Even against a Druid.
Yeah.
He thought about it for a bit.
Yeah. And he sort of telegraphed that you're not Zoo, but it doesn't matter in this matchup any.
Right, so out goes the Beckoner of Evil. Definitely way more preferable to see than a Darnassus. Now Pumbaa can throw out the Acidic Swamp Ooze to contest it, which is probably the best play. We can see that it'll probably get eaten up by the Disciple. Or it goes with Peddler. I don't know about the Peddler.
Right, because it dies right away. And that Acidic Swamp Ooze isn't ever going to give you any.
Right, I guess he's hoping to get a Mortal Coil. He gets the Possessed Villager so chat can what face get it out. What do you think about Cthulhu Warlock in general, though, assuming this is Reno, by the way?
I faced it a few times on stream. It feels pretty strong. Like, especially, I sort of like these decks that are, you know, Cthulhu is sort of not even like necessarily the only win condition, because, you know, Cthulhu, Reno, this Reno Warlock can just win through attrition and can do all sorts of shenanigans. But
yeah,
attrition,
Cthulhu. I like these a little bit. I tried one out. It's pretty solid. You definitely have a smaller number if it's all one-ofs of things that buff Cthulhu, but Cthulhu still winds up being about a reasonable size.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you still have the sort of eternal problem that, like, if aggro can outrace you to Reno, you can just lose sometimes. It's not going to play a factor in this matchup, but...
Right. Goes with the Coin Voidwalker to try and have 2 bodies for Argus, protect the Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, for turn 4. That makes sense.
Then
here...
Kind of an awkward hand for ApplSauce.
Right.
Could just clear the board.
Yeah, right. You could even just Wild Growth and...
Trade,
yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing about the Wild Growth is that, I mean, I'm sure the top decks are good for this deck, but as it stands now, you don't really look to be ramping into anything too promising. He just doesn't even care about the minions. They're not very threatening.
Yeah, right. And they're just not going to be a factor. Like, those minions, at least, are not going to be a factor.
Yeah, now the Argus is live, though, which could hurt some. I mean, you get to trade with the Beckoner.
Definitely. You still can't clear the Twilight Elder, though, so that's going to get another Cthulhu proc.
Yeah, sad as it is, the Imp King might just be stronger on turn 4.
Mm-hmm.
And you could, yeah, but Argus might just be the best thing.
Yeah, Argus is probably fine, too.
Yeah, Imp King's vulnerable to swipe in the way that things would have worked out.
Mm-hmm.
It's still Christmas in Twitch.
Yeah, it's still an awkward hand, right? Like...
Actually, Cthulhu's Chosen's pretty good. I'd probably just
Drop that.
ApplSauce demonstrated himself to just be content to just slam down the minions and see what would happen.
Keep going.
I mean, at any rate, the zoo is trading, and you have Swipe and Wrath in your hand for removal, so it's not such a bad plan.
Cthulhu's now up to 13, which is not terrible.
Yeah, the thing about Cthulhu Druid especially is it makes Cthulhu huge.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like other decks don't make Cthulhu quite as large, but this one makes it huge. The Druid class specific Dark Arakoa.
Yeah, the 5/7
gives it +3/+3.
Yeah, right.
Which is the biggest Cthulhu buff of anything. So Pumbaa takes a pretty efficient trade into the Elder.
That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, it looks like ApplSauce might just want to Wrath the Earthen. I kind of like the Nourish because if it doesn't get played now, I don't know when it will.
Right, and like that, your hand is so reactive right now, and you'd love to get like the Twin Emperor or Arakoa or any number of things.
I also really don't like the way this play is shaped up because you could have simply crashed the Chosen into the taunt and saved your hero. You could save yourself some health essentially and push 1 extra damage. Yeah. So Reno's in hand for Pumbaa. He's got no care in the world about taking damage at the moment.
Yeah. I mean,
could also
you can just tap.
Ooh, Vendor.
Nice.
Vendor's even better.
Even better. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like
way better, especially against the Cthulhu Chosen.
Yeah, ApplSauce will finally get the chance to use this Nourish, but might not even want to now.
Yeah, I almost prefer Druid of the Claw. I don't know.
It's
fine here.
It's a very awkward hand.
Yeah, right. Which is why I think Nourish might actually make more sense because you've got time. You've got plenty of time. You've got
going to clear
turns at least before it matters. But
going to clear or even not maybe clear, but just hit.
Huh. Okay.
I kind of like clearing it because Hellfire would have been something.
Yeah.
To worry about there. Yeah, so we see the Crazed Alchemist, which has been sneaking into a lot of decks. I don't think it's going to be so useful against this Druid, but...
Right, yeah. Yeah, I know, like, people play it mostly just because it's so good in the Shaman matchup, right? And, other aggro matchups.
Shaman, anything with...
Totems just, they get destroyed, right? 0/3s, the Flame Totem, and the Monotide Totem.
Oh, the Alchemist is actually pretty nice here, because he's got the Coil.
Oh, yeah, right.
Top finished off and can still play the Acidic Swamp Ooze, so 2 bodies to threaten the Chosen. Yeah, it's looking really solid for Pumbaa.
And he's got all the time in the world. So now you got to Nourish here.
It's Nourish time.
Yeah, you gotta.
Need better options. In fact, that Wild Growth is going to end up cycling too eventually. Oh, wow.
is really nice, as is Rag the next couple turns.
It's in fact going
much
to
better.
Innervate it out. That is a big Cthulhu if it ever gets drawn. Pushes the face.
17/17.
Pushes the face. Again, I don't like the face so much because even like a Demon Wrath would clear the board now. Like you don't need to deal with that. But it's going to be a cleared board anyway.
Right, and like we're going to go into like turn 10 before anything matters. Like guaranteed he's going to have Reno by then. Or the chances are pretty high that he's going to have Reno by then.
Right. Here comes... I'm guessing it's going to be a Cycle Wild Growth in the Rag, and Pumbaa is fortunate to have BGH in hand, which, even in his nerfed state, he gets the job done.
Right, still pretty good.
Now, the one thing that... Okay. The thing that might be scary for Pumbaa's is that in using this BGH, you have no answer to Cthulhu, so he's actually even just going to play the Sylvanas to try and steal the Rag. Really wants to save that BGH for Cthulhu, it looks like.
Yeah, right. Probably smart.
And now this is incredibly awkward for ApplSauce.
Right.
There are some plays you could do, like you could summon some roots and play the Chosen and do a swipe or something and give yourself a
low likelihood, or at least some likelihood that it won't be ragged that gets stolen.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I don't like playing the Klax, Amber Weaver, or the Cthulhu's Chosen. You want to put down low value things for Sylvanas to steal.
Right.
Oh no! He's fumbling all over. It's making me nervous.
I know.
Not that I have.
Sometimes it's hard, right? Because you're like, a lot of times I'll do that when I'm playing just normally, like even though I wouldn't necessarily do it. No, but he does go for the Chosen and the Amber Weaver.
So
he might get severely punished.
He's opting to just not deal with Sylvanas at all on his turn and let Pumbas deal with it and reduce the chances of Rag being the stolen target. But I don't know. I'd take fate into your own hands. There was...
Yeah,
totally. Well, faces the place.
He's down to 13.
Yeah.
I don't... So if you're Pumbas, you sort of have to leave Sylvanas up. That's going to be tough because Sylvanas is so good against Cthulhu on board, right? Like, players aren't going to play Cthulhu when Sylvanas is on board.
Yeah, that's my number one concern whenever I'm playing my Cthulhu deck is, has Sylvanas been played this game yet?
At the same time, you're really low on health. Okay.
Yeah, opts to go for Spellbreaker. What's the interaction between Spellbreaker and Klaxi Amber Weaver, I wonder? I guess it doesn't work. 50-50.
It's got to be a...
Ooh, that might actually be the better steal.
Oh, yeah.
The Rag's so weak now. Kind of funny how that works.
That's true. And that board is almost doesn't matter what Rag gets. And you've got a chance of it being, hopefully Spellbreaker or the Imp.
Yeah. ApplSauce gives a well played. Looking pretty grim at this point. There's a pretty decent clear here with Living Roots, Swipe. Could even Hero Power the Amber Weaver to try and give Rag a chance. It's pretty strong, actually.
I actually like that a lot.
A natural mistake. Did he not hit it?
Huh.
Oh god, he didn't hit it! No!
Oh no!
Oh, it would have worked! That's so sad. Now Rag is dead and he didn't have to die.
That, Klaxi Amber Weaver's doing some work.
Yep, killing his former buddy over there. Probably tapping. Oh, I would like the tap. Oh, he's gonna Sun Fury.
Out a crazy Drake.
Oh, this gives them double taunt, by the way. Wow.
Effective.
Pretty neat.
Arakoa help. And that's, the crazy Cthulhu's getting even crazier. Right? It's now 24?
Yeah, that is
25?
ridiculous.
That's some Cthulhu.
The thing about Cthulhu is it needs to get drawn.
That's true. That's true. And Pumbaa's holding that BGH for whenever that happens.
This Hellfire is also clearing... Well, it's kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward, actually, because it would clear your own board in the process.
Just tap and see if you have any other options.